Welcome to 12-Minute Talks, where important information is shared in a short time period. Learn from other business owners, entrepreneurs, and experts about what they do to help you find solutions to everyday topics in 12 minutes or less. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the 12-Minute Talks podcast. I'm excited to have with us today the co-founder of JumpStart Go, Elle Denning, where they're helping insurance agency owners double their production, fire their lead vendor, and ditch smiling and dialing. Ellie, thank you so much for being on today.
Yes, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, so this is an interesting topic as you know, I do insurance, and I think it's every insurance agent's worst dream is in 2024 to still be smiling and dialing. Um, but so you have to start somewhere, and nothing wrong with that. You can improve and learn other processes. But tell us a little bit about how you got started in this industry.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a background in marketing, so not from the insurance side of things, but from the marketing side. My husband and I started a business back in 2015 where we were helping businesses brand themselves online, build websites. And in 2018, our now third business partner, who was working in marketing specifically for insurance agents, approached us and he was like, insurance agents need a lot of help with marketing. And so JumpStart Go was born at that point in 2018.
So you really found the niche in the insurance community, right? Based on
Yeah, absolutely. So insurance agents, as you know, rely a lot on either paid lead sources, which can be very cold and kind of difficult to sort of build that rapport and trust with. Or on the opposite side, they're relying a lot on word of mouth marketing or kind of like getting out into their communities, networking face to face. So we started in 2018, which was before the pandemic. And a lot of agents were still doing a lot of face-to-face business. And in 2020, with the pandemic and everything, we were really able to help a lot of our clients transition a lot of that face-to-face into marketing online. So how do we bring a lot of the great qualities of face-to-face, but into social media marketing with the rapport, and creating connections and having a lot of the things that are built in with relationship building, but in a more leveraged way so that they can connect and reach more people through that.
definitely really important to build those relationships. And what would you say is something that sets Jumpstart Go apart from maybe other marketing types of companies out there that are specific to insurance?
Yeah, so we're a little bit different in that we're not a lead vendor and we're not like running paid marketing for our clients. We work more in a coaching and consulting capacity to really teach agents the strategies that work on social media. So a lot of times, even not just insurance agents, but business owners will hire somebody to do like social media marketing for them. But just like posting content, for example, might be good for brand awareness and kind of getting your name out there. But there's sort of a mechanism a lot of times that is actually missing from the strategy, which is the strategy to actually generate leads and generate conversations. So a lot of marketers will kind of rely on either doing paid advertising or their organic strategy is more waiting around for people to reach out to them through inbound messages. And we really teach our clients how they can create content that generates conversations and opportunities, moves into appointments, and ultimately into sales.
Is really important at the end of the day, right? To not just get likes or comments, but
That's
things
right.
that will eventually lead to a sale. And so, can you give us an example of what you mean by creating content that would move that needle for somebody?
Yeah. So one of our favorite strategies is using what we call a conversation starter on social media. This is, a lot of marketers will call this like a lead magnet. But instead of like, if you have a valuable piece of training, knowledge, PDF checklist or something like that, instead of just like posting that on social media, which is what a lot of people will do, oh, my audience will find this valuable, let me share this great piece of content. Instead of just sharing that directly, what we like to do is actually just ask our audience who wants this thing without directly sharing the link. And that's a great way. We call it a conversation starter because it's a great way to get into conversation with people, have people put their hands up and say, yes, I would like that. Please send it to me. So that's a way that you can actually get conversations rolling from social media and actually get your great piece of training or value that you're offering actually into people's hands, instead of just posting a link to it, which is something that's not going to perform as well on social.
Starting a conversation
Mm-hmm.
that you can follow up on, like, oh, I sent you the link. I'm assuming that's how you guys do it. I don't know. I sent you the link. Did you look at it? Do you have questions? Right? That type of stuff, instead of just putting it so random people are clicking on this link, right? Um, what would you say is like the biggest pitfall you see maybe newer insurance agents doing when they're maybe transitioning from buying leads to using a system like yours?
So I think when people are trying to get started on social media, a lot of times they focus very heavily on trying to keep their business like business and keeping their lifestyle or personal pages kind of separated. And I think it makes sense. It's like, oh, we start a business page. I'm going to put all of my business content on a business page. And then, I keep my personal. But we really find, and we've seen this time and time again, that the algorithm actually really rewards posting from a personal profile. So really thinking about combining both your personal and your business content into your personal profile, you're going to see a lot better reach, engagement, more people seeing your business content. So your reach just isn't going to get as much from a business page as it will from a personal profile. So we call it like, don't be a secret agent. Make sure that on your personal profile, people know that you're in the business of insurance and how you're actually helping people through insurance, and to not be afraid to share that from your personal profile.
You never know who's watching you, and it could be, somebody from middle school who's like, oh, now you do insurance, and
That's right.
good
Or a
for them.
neighbor or
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
absolutely.
No, and I guess it makes sense too that Facebook would favor that, even though with the business pages, from what I've seen, they want you to buy ads and boost your
That's right.
posts and all that stuff. Um, and so why don't you tell us a little bit about your Facebook group, Marketing for Insurance, and why would an insurance agent like to join that?
Yes, absolutely. So, Marketing for Insurance Agents is a Facebook group of 32,000 insurance agents from across the country. We provide free training inside of that group every single Monday. We're either going live or we're hosting a webinar. We're really diving into organic social media strategies. We also talk about kind of like mindset stuff in that in those trainings too, as well as technology and sales. So we're really focusing on kind of the key core foundations for agents, especially when they're in their first few years of getting started. It's a really valuable group if you're especially looking to build your insurance agency using the organic social media method. Highly recommend checking that out. And then it's also a great way to just connect with other agents in your state, in your area, build referral relationships, and just get that peer-to-peer exchange as well.
Right away, hopefully, right? And so besides, the Facebook group, is there, how can somebody work with you more in a more detailed manner?
Yeah, so you can Google JumpStart Go. We'll come up, and you can find us through our website. Definitely on Facebook. That's our primary social media channel that we're on. So you can find me personally. You can also check out the JumpStart Go page or the Marketing for Insurance Agents Facebook group.
Like always, we will have all of the links down below so anybody watching or listening can easily follow our guest today. And I do have one more question for you, Ellie. This has been really valuable information, I think, for a lot of insurance agents out there. Hopefully, people listen to it and take action because it is important. What would you say is a good book for somebody, like a good business book that you've read recently? Or it could be an audiobook.
Yeah, so well, one of my favorite on marketing, and this is one that I revisit often, is Building a Brand Story by Donald Miller. So that's one of my favorites as far as just starting to understand some of the concepts of marketing and things that work and how to talk about things so that people actually want to listen to what you're saying. So that's one of my favorites.
We'll also include the link to that book as well. Ellie, is there anything else you would like to add?
I would just say if you're wanting to get out on social media, just to start, I think that's one of the biggest things is starting and then remaining consistent with it. So not to be scared of it, starting to post. And ultimately, I think when you come from that perspective of wanting to help people share knowledge and provide value, you can't go wrong with it.
That's very valuable advice for anybody out there. Well, thank you so much for being on the 12-Minute Talks podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for listening to this podcast and hope you will listen to the next one. I'm Lorena Tomasini and you can contact me via email life@malmins.com. Make it a great day.